Yep.
Alright, we should be streaming. You got the link?
Waiting for it to do its thing.
Alright, so we've got a guest here with us. We will do our little call out once we have confirmed that we are live. So we just do a little test thing for a minute and just make sure that everything's live, and then we go.
I'm just gonna try and... I had to do this several times. The other stream we had the other day, where I was just like refresh.
YouTube is the best with that.
Okay, great, fantastic.
You got it?
I got it.
All right. Well, once you put up the link, we will we'll
Let me
do
just
our
wait
thing.
for the preview thumbnail to load because last time I didn't wait.
Yeah.
Did you change the thing? You didn't change the thing.
Oh, I didn't change
the thing. You didn't change the thing.
All right. Well, I'll have to change the thing later.
It's okay. I'll just post it and we'll change it later.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, post it.
All right. You ready to do it? All right.
It's still posting.
Yes, I know, but we can start because we know that they're live.
Okay.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the Weekly WAYPN. I'm Cal.
And I'm Sunny.
A.K.A.
Sangita.
And Henry. And we have with us...
You gotta say it.
The guy, Mortarian.
Oh. Yes. We have...
And special.
we have next door neighbor, not really.
No.
Guy, Mortarian.
No. So Morty just wants to use his online name rather than his actual.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah, like we had Warhammer Dad the other day. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, honey, do you want to read out Joseph's stuff and we will begin?
Yes, okay. All done and ready for lanterns and basing. The lady with the sparkles is not holding a gun, she's holding a doll, which is holding a box, which I assume holds a KDM miniature sprue. There's another at her hip and in the cat's pouch.
Oh, okay.
I guess it's like a little, what is it, Easter egg? Is that what you call it?
Yeah. Like, so, I think that the cat came up really well, but Morty, tell us what you think of these. So, the basing's not done, obviously, but what do you reckon?
It's good. I probably would have given the sparkles on the shiny bits a different color. I don't think white looks very good, comparatively to the other stuff.
Not sure
Something
if
like
he's
yellow.
gone to paint that yet, though. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure he has, but you know what I probably would have done? I probably would have gone true metallic metal. Like not
a
gold.
steel?
Yeah, like a steel.
You know what? My thought's completely different on that. I wondered if he could go for a color shift paint because sparkles, reflective flare, because that's actually meant to be a flare. We didn't know this until he told us that
there's an artwork somewhere. We'll see if he posted the artwork.
It's in
here
comment.
we go. We'll take a look at the artwork. It's gonna come up.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so in this artwork, these little things have like a shing on them in one of them. I think
like the light flare that when you take a picture then it flares.
I don't think this is the official one, but like it's meant to be a light flare on those. Like they sculpted it.
Yes.
I don't think sculpting it was the best.
I don't think it's the best idea, but I think because the intent was to be a light flare, oftentimes it is different colors due to the refraction of light. I thought a color shift paint might actually work best for that.
Yeah.
But what do you think, Morty?
I got lost there when you guys were saying stuff, I'm not gonna lie.
Too fast!
Holy shit. A little too fast for me.
Yeah, okay, we will slow down.
Yeah, slow down just a little bit. No, I think everything's good. I just think probably the shines coming off the things could have been a different color.
Yeah.
And then you probably could have given the fur on the cat a little bit more detail.
Yeah, I don't mind the cat. Like, I think the cat's all right. Like, I got zero beef with the cat, but I do think like that those shine things. I'm gonna agree with you. I think that they could have been a cold white maybe instead of a warm white. But other than that, like, I really like all of that one.
I kind of get what Morty's saying with detail. Do you mean that he could have the fur could have been brought out a bit more with maybe a bit more dry brushing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You could have did like lines or something to show that there's a little bit more depth to everything.
Yeah, I can understand that. I think he is also going. Usually, Joe
He's going for tabletop plus.
Tabletop
is what he says.
plus quality. So I can understand if he doesn't want to push a bit too much farther.
It's like I know. I think you could say that this is character level because, like, when I take a look at that paint job, it has such like a realistic coloration for the cat.
Yeah, it has a certain sort of quality of life to it with the way that he's painted the expression and everything.
Yeah.
So I get that. So I think on that point, he's hit the mark.
Yeah.
So anything else we want to talk about?
No, I think we can move on.
Okay.
And I think Joseph has done some more work up a bit further. But next up, we've got Andy Dickinson. You want to read out for him?
Some work done on Thursday evening, pushing highlights on this guy's face and doing some richer shadows on the metal work. We'll go and push the highlights as well when I get a moment. Also started to highlight the cloth on the other dude. Not sure where to go with the robe thing, but it's a start. Okay.
Alright, so, like, this guy's been worked on for ages, hasn't he?
Definitely a few weeks.
Yeah, so I do not think he's finished. I think he's going to take a while. But we'll take a look at him zoomed in. Alright, tell us what you think, Morty.
It looks great. I think it looks amazing. I'm not a pro painter, but you could probably thin your paint down a little bit more to do some glazing and just keep raising the colors up on the muscles.
Oh, okay.
Like down here, you're sort of saying, like stuff like that. Yeah, I can see that.
You're saying that it needs to be a bit more blended out, the muscle, the color?
That's what he thinks.
Blend it out a little bit more.
Yeah, okay.
And you can keep going up with the highlights as well, which is what you're planning to do, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can go up more with the highlights. Just be careful where you place them and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah. I think these guys are the guys that I think he does really well with.
He loves doing these carnival models, and he's very good with faces. That's just something that we have noticed that's his strength. But what do you think?
Because, like, this guy...
He does it with faces.
Yeah, because this is, like, 25mm, I think.
They're quite small. This one.
Yeah. I'm almost certain 25.
If you do what you did with the cloth on the stomach on the other guy's skin, I think you have a perfect for the skin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably go up a little bit higher on the skin.
Yeah.
Highlights.
Yeah, like, I think... go, sorry.
No, you can go ahead.
Yeah, no, like, I look at this guy and I can see exactly what you're saying, because this, I love the ripplingness. I know I keep touching myself and doing the hand expressions
the
while I'm
gestures,
doing, but like how the buttons are pulled, and the fabric's pulled, I think that looks really good.
Yeah.
And like obviously he hasn't finished off these other areas because you can still see some paint on the
Yeah.
Like so it's not finished up yet, but I think like it is looking really crisp.
I do think I can see the point that Morty's bringing up with the orc skin versus the fabric and the folds, and I do think perhaps just a touch more blending in the skin would help, because this model is a lot bigger. This is an ogre, right?
Orc.
Yeah. He's a lot more bigger, so he is going to show a lot more in terms of certain, I don't want to say flaws, but it's a bit more unforgiving.
Yeah, it's going to be more unforgiving if something doesn't look quite right. Yeah. No, totally know what you mean. But I think since we've got like 20 of these or something, we should move on.
Oh yeah, there we go.
So we've got
shit. Sorry.
It's okay. We'll just be more careful next time.
Alright, so these are just works in progress, but would you like to read out what Joseph says? So we'll go over these and
I've started work on the next batch. Not my finest work, but not bad considering that for every 3 brush strokes I had to blow my nose once. He must be sick or having an allergic reaction maybe.
Yeah, alright. Well, what do you reckon, Morty? How do you reckon they're coming up? Because these are just works in progress, obviously.
No, they're looking great. Yeah, no, they're looking fantastic.
I really like the way that he's doing the leggings here.
Oh, is that leggings?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because he's trying to. Sometimes he does make the models less pin-up and make more family-friendly because they
'cause-
might be a bit too revealing.
Yeah, so
and
I
so-
think I'll
Yeah.
see. Yeah, like
There you
here is what she looks like in the picture, and he's like, yeah, nah,
We're gonna
I'm
give you
just.
some clothes.
Yeah, I can see the issue. I think the blending is nice too. Like the
Yeah.
highlights are very nice.
And like it's just a start, so it will come up.
It is coming along very nicely. I will
think
say.
I
Yeah.
think these whites could be blended out a little more, and like hopefully that's where it will go.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I do agree on that.
We'll move on to the next one. It's us.
Who's this guy?
Oh,
Morty,
Yes.
you don't know
it's
this
the
man.
two best choice I've ever seen.
All right, we'll move
Well,
on.
we'll move on from this little,
Yeah, so we've
little
got-
advertisement there.
Yeah.
We got Larry Hassan Flug. I hope I said
Oh,
it right.
okay, all right. I've got no idea how to say this, but I if I say it right, I'm afraid the furniture's going to start floating. So Larry Hassan Plugfug.
Honey,
No, I'm not trying to.
that's not nice.
Hassan Flug.
Is
There
that?
you go.
Do you think
Yeah.
that's how it's spelled?
Well-
Pronounced Hassan
I'm
Flug.
probably, that's how I think it's probably said.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
P could be silent. Anyhow, hey boss,
Yeah.
we had a bit of a accident.
Yeah. So I think the base is a bit over the top, but you tell us
Bloody.
what you think, Morty.
I think it's funny, so keep it. You're killing it on the base.
The voice of dissent.
Yes.
But like I think that the blood on the blade's pretty decent. For me the base is over the top. I do like the distressed leather on his apron there. But I mean, like, here's the thing: if you're gonna have a base look like that, and you're not gonna have blood splatter on your model,
Yeah, okay,
Come on.
that's fair.
Come on.
If you're gonna go for full gore, Larry, you should put a little bit more blood on the guy. And I do think
Good point.
I do think he's done a very good job of a very smooth paint job here. Very nice, good brush control work there. And it clearly is something that looks to be tabletop.
No, I think this is character level. Like, there's a lot of nice highlights here. I think the reason you might be thinking it's tabletop is because there's not a lot of exciting colors in it.
No, I think that it's because it's a very simple model and it
No.
must be very, very small. So I'm thinking he's just using this for games or something.
Yeah, but
So,
like
yeah.
I like all of this distressed leather effect. I think all of that looks good. I'd call it character, but I think I like the way that you've done the look of it. But for me, I like I said, but if you're going to go for this level of gore, the toothbrush is your friend. You know, dip it in some blood for the blood god and just flick it at him and go to town.
Yeah,
because
I would agree with that.
like if you're gonna do this, go all the way. Go whole hog.
What what
You can
about
also do more scratched up leather. Especially if he's gonna be so bloody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scratches with a light brown.
on
Yeah.
the gloves
Leather.
maybe?
Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah.
That's fair. Okay, next we have
Oh, this one is intense.
we have Majora Sidorin. The triumph of Saint Catherine is here.
Yeah, that is
Oritas.
it is very intense.
My.
Alright,
Someone's
cool.
dead.
yeah. What do you think, Morty?
It's cool. I honestly don't have very many complaints about it. I think it's cool as heck.
Yeah. Well, you can compliment. You know, people will allow that, the complimenting.
I'm not good with compliments.
I'm gonna refrain from it if I can.
Yeah.
So, I really like the way that he's done up the base.
Wow,
So
look at
that's the marble effect.
I do think he could go one more layer. I think he might have followed the wet wipe stretch
Yeah,
trick
that's-
that we
yeah.
usually do. I think maybe one more layer, but I think at this stage he can't go any
No,
further.
he can't.
So that's an is.
But I do like the cloths, except for right here.
Oh, the pooling is.
Yeah, the pooling on that one. And like I feel that you either need to push the shadows on some of these, right? Because like with some of this shadowing, it's really good, and then like you see right here, some of the shadowing is not great, or like push the highlights because at the moment,
go over it with black Templar contrast paint with in medium, and then raise it with whatever white or like blue kind of gray thing you kind of did there, and do highlights like that. You'll get your shadows anyway.
yeah, I think shadows could be good, but he could go in the opposite direction and get like say a really fine white, a really nice bright white, like let's say an artist what's
Artist
art spectrum,
Or...
an artist spectrum ink, and just do some lines and like that could.
Because I think the very top cherub, right? Cherub?
Yep.
That wings look very perfect. That's perfect.
This wing is perfect, like I said, but then you take a look at some of
that
them.
might be a little bit inconsistent.
Yeah.
But
I think he used contrast paint. That's why he's getting so much pooling.
Yes.
Maybe you might
perhaps,
be right. You might be right on that.
It's probably the apothecary white or the soul blight gray.
Soul blight gray is way better than apothecary white in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
just might need to do a little bit of fixing with a base paint just to get it to look a bit nicer.
But I think like it's looking really nice. Yeah. Like I like it overall. I think it's a great looking model. I think that you put a lot of effort into it, and
Tremendous
it shows.
effort, yeah.
But yeah, I think that would be about it. Like just clean up.
Do a little bit more on the smoke also. Looking at it.
The smoke
right here.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's take a closer look.
I think because he's trying for like that white smoke rather than anything else. Because it's supposed
to be very wispy.
Yeah.
I can get what he's saying, and at the same time, I get what Morty's saying, but I am not too sure how he would make it still have that wispy.
You probably, if you're gonna do this, you should put your paint down to a glaze, or you should get a glaze and then just keep glazing it over because it doesn't look like it flows into well.
Yeah,
it could be. There's a bit of a foam.
The chain.
Yep.
It just like it goes from like gray to white.
Yeah, I follow what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're talking about right here, here.
You're saying it needs a more smoother transition from the gray to the white.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But like I'm still like I'd be very happy to receive this piece. Like when I take a look at it, everything is very readable, which is a big thing. You know, make sure that everything is readable. And like I think the only thing is we're doing some nitpicks here because he's put so much effort into a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, so it's like if you're gonna go through that much effort, you could just push a little bit further.
Yeah, just a little bit further in a few areas. But I think that's about it for all of those.
Yeah, sorry Morty, you were about to say something.
No, I was just saying, it looks cool as heck. Otherwise, I like it.
Yeah.
I didn't mind getting this.
All right.
Yeah.
The only thing left to do is like nitpick it, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, let us move on. So next up, we have Lance.
Lance says, from an art standpoint, not very spectacular. But it reduces my pile of shame by 5. I did venture a bit trying 2 different dry brush colors and with a variation in base tone.
Yeah, I think Lance is pretty much telling us he doesn't love the result, but you know he is reducing the pile of shame, and I can respect that.
Yeah. So I guess he's going for a gargoyles look. Is that it?
Yeah. Just
You're
straight
going for a stone look. Yeah, I did stone one time. I don't think it turned out that great. From what I'm looking at, it looks very powdery. The dry brushing.
Yeah.
Which means you didn't keep your brush wet enough.
Yeah, dampening pad
come off.
Dampening pad might be a good idea, but I think like he hit exactly what he wanted to do. He just wanted to get these out of his pile of shame and actually have them painted. And look,
but getting them out. That's good.
Yeah, exactly.
But your point is still valid, but I think it's just that
but
he just wants it done and out of the way.
And like
don't think about
let's have that point of advice for the next lot, because I think with the next lot, get the dampening pad. Oh, I remember when Forge put this stuff up. So Forge put this stuff up and we're just like,
with no description.
oh yeah, he just put up the army fanatic stuff, and we're just like, oh, okay.
Well, what are you gonna do with it?
Yeah.
What do you want? Wait, you want
Yeah.
us to do something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And so he showed us this and gave us a bit more info after that, and so it's just the start of the journey. And look, it is totally fine to be excited about getting into painting, and
Yeah.
like I think we did the starting from scratch thing, and he's just like, yes, yes, and he posted
Well-
that not thinking.
Well, I'll tell you this: our
Yeah.
painter, they aren't bad paints. Will tell you otherwise. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
They're not bad paints. They work perfectly fine. So, man, you just do what you want to do, really.
Yeah, totally. The only thing I would say is like I don't know how these things work, the fanatics, because like they've just recently come out. But with those speed paints, you really want to keep them wet and working when you're using them, because otherwise they're not
They dry
as
fast.
forgiving. Yeah, they dry fast. Well, so we had our Member Monday, and all I will say on the Member Monday thing is, when it comes to this, when it comes to having a digital place, it's always the people up the top, right? They're always going to be the minority. When it comes to the rest of you guys, that's what makes a place. The people who are in there posting every day, making comments every day, liking the stuff. And a like can really brighten someone's day. So just remember that.
Yeah.
But that's yeah, you go, Monty.
Playing on other people's stuff,
Yeah.
I'm barely active on Facebook. I'm just a guy.
I'm just a little guy. Just a little
I'm
guy.
just a special little dude.
All right. Well, next up we've got Jason Tate.
Oh yeah, okay.
This
What?
one.
Yes, it's really looking good. Why should Joseph get all the beefcake? A resin mini painted tonight for D&D tomorrow night. The goal was to get him painted and based this evening to a tabletop quality.
Well,
I would say that's surpassed tabletop quality.
What do you reckon, Marty?
Yeah, for I don't know how long you put in, for a quantifiable amount of time you put in, I
Yeah.
think it looks great.
Oh yeah, like I love the way that he's done the baldness
Yeah.
with the like that it's obviously shaved.
Shaved head effect.
Yeah.
And the expression on that face, he looks like literally a real person scaled down onto a base. Like that looks like photographed to me.
Well, I
I
really
think he did a
I
great
really
job.
like the basing, but I will say like the one thing is like there is so much effort in this skin. I like the
Yes.
pants. The pants have gone real bright real quick, but pants can do that. But there's one thing that I will say, which is the shield, the edge of the shield here, right? It does not match the rest of the level that's going on here.
Do you think it's too shiny or?
Oh, I just think that it's really flat. Like everything else here just is really nice and lovely, and then it's just sort of like Chunkosaurus.
Yeah, I think the skin has highlights put in all the right places.
Yeah.
Probably could have put, I don't know if you did put washes on it or something, but probably could have put washes on the shield and probably thin down your metallic paint a little bit, because I know metallic paint gets thick very fast.
It might be the print, and he's trying to hide like
The
the
layer
badness.
lines?
Could be the print.
Yeah.
But I do
but-
agree with Morty that maybe one layer of like a null and wash thin down
On the
on the
shield?
shield might help
'Cause-
bring it down a bit.
Because like the thing is, this model, the way that it's painted up, like all of the rest of it is absolutely fantastic. Like take a look at that fade in the back with the skin. So right here,
Wow.
look at it. Like
Absolutely fantastic.
look how close we're zoomed in, and it still looks amazing. And
And
like,
it goes hard as heck.
yeah, it does. It goes hard.
It is hard
Yeah.
as heck.
I do.
Yeah,
My
I mean,
dude.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know if it's your print, but maybe if it's the paint that's too thick, you
Yeah.
probably should thin down your metallic paint. Because I'm noticing it's the same thing on the axe if you go back to the other picture.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
Or maybe he was just like sick of doing the mini after, like he's done up all the skin and he's just like,
oh, I just
F
want
it,
this done
F it.
now, okay? Like, it's gotta be done tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, well, we'll move on to James Salisbury, and he's just starting out here. You want to you just want to
Yeah. Meet brother Thysaur?
Yeah.
Say that. From the Space Marine
Thysaur?
From the Space
I'm guessing.
Yeah, Space Marine Heroes packs. Last week I posted my pics of my old Space Marine army paint job or my
that
own
was
chapter.
a bit rough, wasn't it? When he do you remember the old Space Marine ones that he
posted?
Yes.
I think I remember that was his very first paint jobs. Creation the Emperor Storm chapter, and I got this single Marine to paint up to the best of my ability. This will be a long project as I will be painting under other stuff as well, and I don't know what chapter colors I want to paint him up. The plan is that once he is finished, I can show him next to a old Marine to show how much I have improved my skills. Yes.
Well, okay, so there's just going to be one thing that I'll say. When it comes to that, if you're going to go to the best of your possible ability, not only just shave down things, but also sand them, because like those things yeah, they'll show up quite badly. You've got to do a lot of bit with model prep when it comes to those sorts of things.
But I think at this stage, sorry, please go, Marty.
If you want to without a sanding stick, I have no clue to buy those things. Just take your hobby knife if you have one and just shave it down with the sharp end.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Yeah. But I think that's just fair to move on from. So next up we've got Justin Gray. It is
oh boy.
It is so funny seeing how he starts out, because like his stuff is always so pro painted.
Yeah.
And when you see it, like it's so basic at the start. But anyway, can you read his thing?
Had a real turn of direction after putting together a few models and basing a couple also. I kept looking at chapters and wondering what color to do. Something new, not black or bone. The box art is always ultramarines these days, so I veered away from them so long. Until now! I've never painted ultramarines, so what better place to start using my Scale 75 paints than here? I also purchased some Humbrol Gen 2 acrylics to see how they go, and added some more Vallejo watercolors to my collection for future Dark Angels. 5 intercessors begun assault style, going for a clean and fresh looking unit. The Scale 75 paints are a dream to see dry out.
Oh, yeah.
They are just super smooth, and I am going to continue to increase my range from basics to more and more. Truly enjoying doing something simple and colorful. Hope you enjoy the early stages.
So I want to just go back on some of his stuff, Morty, because
so you can see.
Oh yeah, some of his stuff, like.
Oh, check this out! Check this out!
Yeah.
He worked on this for weeks.
Yeah, and so like why I said it's really funny seeing like his start is like you take a look at that start and you're like, oh, okay, I guess it's a start, and then like, but we've seen how he finishes, so he is definitely the what is it, the tortoise.
Tortoise of the race.
Yeah.
This guy's smurfing. He's tricking us all.
Justin is a real great painter. Like he's been on the.
Yeah, he's been on our podcast
as a guest as well, and he gives some great pointers.
Yeah, but I just think it's like this is what WAYPN is all about. Like seeing how this will go to something like that.
Yeah. So that someone can talk through their process and like see the slow progress that they make.
And like that's the thing. So many people think like, oh, I could never do that. But you can. You've just got to put a boatload of effort in.
Yeah.
But let's move on.
Yes, it does. It does take time. Now we have Joseph. Currently working on the red. I can't believe the guide said to undercoat with black. What a monster. I'm 10 plus coats in and still don't have the coverage I want in places.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying, my dude. But the red's coming out nice. It's like it is just basing. It's unfortunate because like I take a look at what Joseph's doing and he's just doing exactly what we should be in WAYPN, like posting each of the progress bits, but they're just not as exciting as some of the more finished ones that he's got.
Anyway, Morty, what do you think?
I think the red looks great. I've been painting corn berserkers, and they're all base coated in black. And it's a pain.
Yeah.
But man, if you need a darker color, that's the way to go. Because I've been needing color for when I've been painting. But otherwise, it looks fantastic.
You know what we should have been doing this whole time?
Oh, we should have been checking the dang
Looking at the
chat.
chat.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
oh my god.
I cannot believe we actually forgot.
I am mentally disabled. So Sergeant T is here.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sergeant T was Jason Tate earlier.
Yeah.
Morty, the one that did the really epic abs dude with the blue pants.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go back for a minute and we'll talk on that one because can you read out what Sergeant T said?
So he said, "Hi, valid criticism with the shield. It was a couple of layers of metallic paint." So I guess you were right on that, Morty.
Yeah.
Also, it's a cast resin mini, not a print. So
okay.
A few casting distortions on the edge of the shield. Yeah, we've dealt with that before.
Yeah, so that's what I thought, that like he was trying to hide the shield. Alright, but keep going.
And then he said, if I had longer than an evening, I would have put more effort into the metallics, but I focused so much into the skin. Thanks for the feedback. Hi, you were right.
Yeah. So it was just exactly what he thought. He's just like, you know what, F it. I'm just done. I'm not gonna go anymore. And yes, if you guys would like to be on the podcast with us and take the place of Mortarian, well, you'll have to fight to the death. I think
I'm gonna win. I'm one spiteful little guy.
Well, you know, listen, maybe they'll just read you a chapter of John Grammaticus. And
I have no clue who that is, so you can't.
Alright.
Next.
So actually James brought up a really good point here. Would you like to read that one out for everyone?
Okay, so hey everybody, he's trying to learn a new skill and is kind of awkward and feels silly because he's still learning. See, nobody cares. Keep practicing because getting good at something takes time. You're doing great, and I hope you become a master at whatever it is you're trying to learn.
And yeah, like it's very wholesome meme. It's a like, I do not think it's the best version of this because he's like in the show he's just like nobody cares.
Yeah.
But the thing is, taking a look back at what Justin did, right? Like that slow start. Like you gotta realize, right? Some of the times you will misjudge things. Like you'll just be like, oh, if you were to judge that like Justin by that work there, you're like, well, you got a long way to go, buddy, and like in a couple of weeks you'll be having egg on your face.
Yeah.
So that's what it's all about. It's about putting the effort in.
Models always have an ugly stage.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
You always said that a model is 90% looks ugly until the end.
So for 90% of painting a model, it looks tragic. Like only once you get to the final 10% does it look good. And I think that's why I like zenithal undercoating, because you're just like, when it comes to zenithal undercoating, the model still looks good once you've done that.
Yeah.
Alright, Morty, you better be ready. It's time for you to bring out your fangs, because this is our stuff. Alright.
Alright, I'm ready.
Alright, you want to read out?
Okay. It's Wetness Day. Just finishing off the last of the terrain. There were a few that were in a box that we didn't see, or they are breeding one or the other. What are you painting now?
Alright, Morty, tell us what you think.
These are some of the worst ones I've ever seen.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh
What are
yeah.
you guys doing?
Totally fair. Fair.
Terrible.
They look great. They look great. I have no complaints. You know what? The only complaint I had was go to the next one, please.
This one?
Not the one previous, the one after the first one.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think it was like a locker or something. No, next one. Sorry.
Yeah, this one?
That one. Yeah. More highlighting on the red. I think you could have done. looks flat.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
We were kind of at the end of the project, and we were just like...
We were rushing it because we had to post it out the next
day. Yeah.
So we just did a base.
To be
base
fair,
clip.
that is the work in progress shot, but I think that's how it ended up being as well.
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
it?
I didn't do anything further with the weapons. I just painted the reds and the blues and then just be like, okay, I guess it's finished now. But I was waiting for more further instructions from Henry because he would tell me like, okay, you gotta do this next thing.
I think we were just like we were playing that game Sonic X. Got to go fast.
Yeah. Valid point.
But like, I think these ones I spent an adequate amount of time on. But it does start to grate on the soul. I think I've even complained to you about these ones. I talked to you about like how many skulls per inch. I'm just like, come on, GW, don't do this to me.
Yeah.
But
paint the whole motherboard.
Oh yeah, no. You were saying that the wires did you in. Like the wires were your Achilles heel, like in here.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could do more highlighting on the wires, but if you hit the
wires, no, like
365 pieces.
A lot of wires because 8-bound have them on their head.
Oh yeah, no, I know that. I don't think there's any in this one, but the wires that go into the skulls. Oh my god, you got to be so careful. But let us move on, and next up we have Sebastian.
Ooh, okay. With Wednesday, it's still Tuesday here, but okay, Wednesday back. But here's what I've been working on: Grandmaster Azrael and Joy.
Yeah, it's certainly coming along. What are your thoughts, Morty?
It looks good. It's definitely a work in progress. So, do something on the skulls and the cape. It's a work in progress.
But
I think the gun looks fine.
Yeah, but I tell you what, look at the white with the that's coming up
the
really
blue.
nice. Yeah, like
I think my only gripe is probably the armor.
Yeah.
Because you're going for the highlights with the fine edge highlighting, but you switch it up in multiple places. So if you go back to the other tab you had where you didn't fully on this.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So if you look near the top, you went for a highlighting on the other shoulder up above.
Oh yep, yeah, I
right
see
there.
what you're saying. Yep.
And then below, you didn't do the same thing.
Okay,
So
yeah.
You didn't replicate it on the other shoulder pad.
Well, he might be trying to show where the light hits.
Well, I will kind of point out something at the back here.
Okay, at the back.
So if you zoom right into the back there,
Yeah,
right?
okay, alright, will do.
Do you see how at the very bottom of the plate, it's just black with green edge highlight?
I think that what he's trying to do is so like there's actual green panels, right? Right, so those panels are green, and what he's trying to do is he's trying to have the other panels be black, and rather than using a grey, he wants the edge highlight with a green instead.
I think what he's trying to do is show the Dark Angel's green being so dark that it's almost black, right?
Yeah.
And I understand the concept. It just needs a transitionary color because he's done that with the circular area with the backpack.
Yeah.
He's done that with, sorry, I keep saying backpack, it's power pack. But like he's done that even with here at the very top there with a darker sort of green, a forest green, then that brighter green. So I feel Morty has a point there, like it needs a bit more of a transitionary shade between the black to
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that will be helpful feedback.
Well, my gripe was it felt inconsistent because
Yeah.
So on this arm you have it showing transitioning into a very light green, but on the other arm it doesn't show the same thing. See right there?
Yeah, but I do believe that's because that arm is raised higher.
So it's closer to the light, so it had to be a bit brighter than the other shoulder.
Yeah, that's what I think he's going for. But
I get that.
Hopefully we will see a bit more.
Mm-mm.
And next up we've got Calvinone.
Yeah.
He's
4 scatter terrain pieces, broken statues from Galadoria Games.
Yep,
There's statues.
I think that he really should have gone for like a grey or something because they just blend in.
Oh yeah, I do agree. I think like, sorry, let Morty go first.
Yes, go Morty.
So you could have done grey, but if you wanted to, I did this for my Mortarian figure. Is I did sponging of like green to show like moss or something.
Yeah.
I think he's tried to do that a bit with some of them. I think
he's like got some green tinges and that sort of thing.
Yeah, but
it's like Athonian camo shade and certain spots.
Yeah. But I just feel like it blends too much into the base.
I do
and
think
like it doesn't. Like, sure, scatter terrain is meant to be terrain and it's not meant to be the focus. But when it comes down to it, like, you want some visual appeal.
I think it is not very readable even at this distance, which is quite close. So I can understand that. I think he needs to brighten up the statues themselves. Like if he wants to, because statues can go two ways, stone or like something like a sandstone marbly type.
Yeah.
So he's maybe going for the sandstone marbly type, and he needs to push that bone color.
Or like they've been in the ground for so long that they've gotten moss covered and all of that, like what he was saying.
Yeah, dry brush them more tan, and then probably do some sponging of green for like moss or something. If you're going for a moss look, go from like a dark green into a yellow.
Or skip all of that completely and just use dirty down moss.
Yeah.
Or that. My bad.
It's okay.
I'm just saying, you know, like you could save yourself some pain, you know, but.
Well, you know, I was giving you a cool way, but.
You could do that, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want.
And then next up, he's just like getting these guys based and ready to paint. So I'm just gonna go over those ones because like it's a
start.
Yeah, it's a start. And next up, we've got Alan, and Alan's another one of those ones like.
He's a competition level painter. He's done some super hyper realistic stuff. So we'll just. Do you want to show one? Of
no. We'll just go into it because we can't take too long.
Oh yeah.
But like so when you see some of his starts, you're like, oh yeah, it's getting there, because this is just a work in progress, and I swear that some people would be finished at this work in progress.
I mean, look at that.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, like it's going to come up so nicely.
And he's going to do even more work with this.
Yeah.
And it looks so finished already and very polished with the fabric work. It's so soft and...
Oh, yeah, this fabric work with the pink yellow, like that looks so nice. And like just the little details, like for example here, where he's done all of that, that looks great and stuff, right? But see right here, where that tubing's come out of here, right? Where he's done like that very bright yellow to sort of accentuate the fact that there's piping coming
underneath the jacket.
Yeah, just
and the blue goes to like a green as well.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying right down here. Yeah, it does.
It's beautiful. Though.
Yeah,
so many different colors.
Yeah, it is so intense, and you know what's gonna freaking happen to Alan? He's gonna put in all this effort into something, and like he's gonna take it to a competition. And then he's gonna be, well, yeah, I came third, and I'm just gonna swear to myself.
Yeah, that happens with competition.
Oh yeah, it does. But let us move on, because like that's just a work in progress. Can you believe it? Jeez.
Yeah, that's good.
It's almost finished.
So next up, we've got John Gass.
Hi all, I just wanted to introduce myself and share a piece I've been working on for a little while, my League's Votan Land Fortress, the Minister of Defense. The color scheme is based on the University of Tennessee Volunteers. Yes, I'm being that guy. Let me know what y'all think.
I think it looks good.
Yeah. I actually thought this was like official color scheme.
That's what I thought. I thought it was official color scheme too. Like, are we wrong, Morty? This is the League of Votan official color scheme, right?
Is it? I don't know. I thought it was green. I thought it was like a seafoam green.
Oh, you know what?
I thought the Votans are normally orange.
You know what?
I no, it's seafoam green.
Well, let's take a look.
Okay, League of Legends. That's the one you like, right?
Yes, I love that game.
What a loser! Oh,
That game.
All right, well,
Kidding.
we'll just let that load for a minute in the background while we look at this. And Morty, what do you reckon?
I've never painted a vehicle. More shadows though. You could do more shadows.
Yeah.
I would agree on that.
Yeah.
I would agree on that, and maybe a bit more weathering to show that it's been somewhere to tell a bit of story.
I don't mind a lack of weathering because, like, I think when you're starting out, weathering is very scary.
Okay.
But when it comes to the rest of it, right? Like, I do think that the white needs some, like, either highlights or shadowing. But there is one thing. If you're going to take a photo of something like this, white does not come up good on cameras. Like, you remember the singlet? The singlet that I had for the
Chaos Cultist.
Yeah. I'll get that Chaos Cultist up now. I'll find him while we're taking a look at this guy. But you guys can comment.
I can find it for you while you do that if you like.
Oh no! You guys comment on him. Tell us what you think.
Yeah, I would agree with Morty there that it does need a little bit of shading, at least for the white. I think he could just save himself some time and do some very, very, very careful washing of like a apothecary white over top the white panels. But he has to be very careful because like if he doesn't adjust the paint correctly, it will pull because contrast paint is really finicky when it comes to broad smooth surfaces.
Yeah.
But I would think that's the easiest approach for something this large with that much white on it, if he wants to create more depth.
Because, like, taking a look at this, for example, right? Like, you can see nothing here. Like, literally nothing.
It's because it's blown out.
Yeah. And you can dim it down as much as you want, but the white's just going to get brighter and brighter, and the rest of the picture's going to get darker and darker, and it's just like, you're not understanding the assignment, are you, camera?
It's all blown out. But yeah, no, I don't know. This is more of like a Gundam thing. I don't paint Gundams, but panel liner. I think because in those crevices between the big chunks of armor and the white, it's just white and it's just very bright in there. You could just take like panel liner and put it in there, or a thin black paint like non-oil and put it in there.
You know what we should probably check? We should probably check if people have said anything else. No, nobody said anything else. We're all good. All right, okay.
We're not complete a-holes. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Well done, Sonny. Well done.
I have
you gotta
censored
check the
myself.
leaves of Votan colors, by the way.
Oh, yeah. No,
Wait, sorry.
All right, so...
Yeah, it is a bit of a seafoam green.
So there's the white and green, but here's the one I think we were talking about. So this is called Trans-Hyperion Alliance. So we'll just cruise down a bit, see if they've got any of those.
Yeah, it seems that they have quite a few on the green color scheme.
Yeah, so I'll see if they've got one of the tanks like that. Oh, okay, so their tanks. Yeah, it's
orange with a little bit of black.
Yeah. So, I guess it is his own version of. But like when he said that it was the Tennessee colors, I was just like, oh, I thought it was the Trans-Hyperion Alliance.
Me too.
Yeah. But
these are Votan guys.
Yeah. These are the Votan guys. I know Votan. I know what I'm talking about. But I think we've beaten this dead horse. So let us move on, shall we? All right. This was when we were doing the Adepticon previews and pretty much ignoring the producers and the very sad man who wanted to touch the models.
Oh yes.
Do you remember the guy who looked like
he just
miscast?
kept looking down.
He just kept looking down at the models, and he's like holding his hand so that he doesn't move.
Poor
I
guy.
I barely even watched it. I saw the Chaos Lord and I was like, I'm done with this entire thing.
Oh yeah, we nicknamed the Chaos Lord the lady on the lizard.
Oh yeah, the lizard lady.
No, not that one. The first one for 40K.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, he wasn't bad. He's just like I think Bones was saying that like if they had have shown the alternates with that one, it would have looked better because, like, I think they've done an Alpha Legion and a Night Lord variant. Like
yes, they did for the Chaos Lord and Jump Pack. They did a Night Lord version.
Yeah, and like those ones looked really good, but we've got Joseph doing even more painting.
Ooh, almost done with just 5 more waiting. The red cloak came out well, but splattered over everything. Did he? Okay, I see a few splats, but it's really minor.
Okay. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You can cover
onto the white.
Yeah, I see.
Oh, the white. I was looking mainly at the tan.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was on the white
as well. Hopefully that can be fixed and there will be a minimum of
Or you
crying.
could just work with it and just call it, blood splatter from...
Yeah, I guess you could. It's not too over the top. So next up we've got Andy working on something else again.
Different beast.
You want to read out for him?
Yeah. Broke out a big brush and made a start on this. Just base coats to begin with, I think might take a while.
I have no idea what this thing is.
It's a giant yak.
All right, Morty, your thoughts.
It's cool as heck. That's cool. Horn though. I don't know if it's still work in progress.
Yeah, it's still work in progress because it's still got the zenithal on it.
Just dry brush the horn. I feel like you could just get away with just dry brushing the horn if you wanted to, honestly.
Yeah.
And I think you have the same problem with the orc skin. Better blends on the skin.
Yakosaurus Rex.
Well, I think, for a start, that's pretty dang good for a start.
Yeah, so I think he will be working on blending later on. But yeah.
The next up, we've got Brett.
Brett says, first test unit for my Seraphon Saurians.
Yeah, so I think the blue steel is a good contrast to that. But I feel like with this, if it's like just going to be that color, it's not going to be enough. What do you think, Morty? If it's like,
those beads, you could do gems, make them different colors.
Yep.
Things like green, blue.
Yeah,
red, things like that.
Yeah.
Probably not the red because you already have enough red.
Yeah.
But green and blue might help you a little bit. Also, the talisman on the back, you could do a different color than metal.
Yeah.
And just straight metal.
I think jade would be a good contrast to all of the orange. So maybe, like, for example, have that steel on there, and then see this part of the shield, right? The part that I'm sort of outlining here, right? And along there, have that be jade, and have, like, in here be jade. So, like, all of those sunken areas, like, he's put a steel plate over it, and like the shield is base jade.
Yeah, okay.
I reckon that could look good because like that will contrast really well against all of the orange.
Yeah. So
we could also make the separated and raised parts gold.
Yeah, like that could be good because it's nice analogous stuff. Warmth with warmth.
Yeah. I think it just needs a visual breaker.
Yes.
But I believe that it's still a work in... first test unit.
Yeah, he's testing his color scheme.
Yeah, I think you could do a bit further on this guy, definitely. The scheme is working, but it just needs more visual breakers to really help finish the look so you really know how it's meant to look.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think stopping just here might not be as exciting.
Yeah.
But yeah. Cal says whip.
Cal says whip, yes. So that's these guys here. So he's just getting some color on these guys and just getting a start, doing exactly what yeah.
On some of them you're having the speed paint issue, just like you would on GW contrast paints.
Yeah.
You're getting pooling.
Yep.
In some places, it's not bad, but probably just do a little bit more.
Yeah.
Plus, you could always highlight afterwards if you want to make it look better.
Yeah. Totally agree. But it's just a whip, so we will move on.
along.
Oh, yes, it's another
It's a
J.R. Sutton
Sutton
adventure.
I will do the voice today.
You will do the voice today?
Good morning, all. This one is more a read along than an epic photo story. I got some time over the last week to take some pictures, but nearly forgot to post these up. I just wanted to show a close-up of the finished models and a little insight to why they are colored how they are. So here is one dude from each unit. From right to left, the shoulder colors becomes the last color, mostly so I can use them as 10-man or 20-man units, and they won't look totally out of place. And the command unit takes colors from each unit as shown in the picture after the third one. Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, what do you think, Morty? Because you've seen this guy's tanks and you already commented on them. You liked his tanks.
I like his tanks. I have the
Yeah.
of an old man in his 80s.
Remember where I was? We were talking about those really realistic tanks.
It might be.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those things are cool as heck. Yeah. It was in VC chat.
Yeah. All right. I will grab that.
Or you could just click on Joe's name and
find
the picture.
Oh,
there it is.
Yeah, like because I had to search through some of his stuff to find it. So like,
look at that.
Yeah. So this is the troops that go with this bad boy right here.
They look great.
Wonder why they cover it with all those clothes.
Well, that's what the army does. It's to break up the patterning.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it looks good.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I think, yeah, it is what it is. I think these guys look really good. I do like that he's sort of explained his process, like that when it comes to the command squad, he's trying to make it so that they're all from those different squads. And like that's what the command squad is. The command squad is all of those guys sort of coming together. And I think like telling the story is interesting and lets us in a bit more. But we'll do one refresh and see how things go. But I think
I was gonna say, you know what? If you wanna give me a critique, I'll just send the model that I painted.
Oh yeah.
But I thought you didn't have a Facebook account or something.
Oh no, he does. He does. He just didn't want to say. He just didn't want to say. He just didn't want to say the name.
Okay. Well, you send it on to us.
So we will see if somebody has posted something during the thing. All right. No, it looks like this will be the last one, and then we can do the critique of the Morty model.
The Morty
model. The
yes.
Morty
Yeah,
naughty.
The Morty
naughty.
Yes.
I hate taking pictures.
Oh yes. Don't we all? Like this guy.
Pictures can be a bit of a difficult pain in the butt sometimes.
That guy, he was having some issues. He was not doing 100%.
Well, guys, if you are watching right now and are on the stream, please feel free to share your thoughts and comments.
Yeah.
So far, only Sergeant Tatey. Okay.
All right, so let's take a look.
Hey, the colors are actually quite nice.
Yes, the colors are quite nice.
Classic green and purple scheme.
Villain scheme.
I love what you've done with the wings, like that sort of like the dirty moth wings, so to speak, you know?
Yeah.
Very dusty.
I went for a weird bruising on them. I can take a closer picture of those.
Oh, okay. I didn't really think they looked like bruising.
No,
it just looked like decay and it's falling apart and it's
from
dead.
That angle, it looks a little bad, but I can show you from a
we
better
can
angle.
we can go in a bit closer and you'll see. Yeah, I guess it does a little, but I would have to agree with Sunny. It just more looks like decay. But I tell you what, I really like the bright green of the smoke. I think that's coming up really well.
Oh, is that smoke?
Yeah. So,
I didn't read as smoke to me, unfortunately. I thought it was part of his, like, tattered cape or something.
I do think that some is his tattered cape and, like, some is the... Where is the smoke? Have I missed the smoke?
What do you mean?
The smoke that lifts him up. He's got
Yeah, that's like. It does look like it's part of his cape. They didn't do very well distinguishing between those two things because the cape looks exactly the same, texture-wise.
Okay.
But yeah, that green is the smoke.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I think I would sort of follow the same advice that you gave
given.
to
Yeah, more blending.
It needs a little bit more.
This was the first model I had painted in like ever.
Oh.
Yeah.
I do like what you've done with the rocks though. Some
Yeah.
interesting sort of yellow bright stuff going on.
Yeah, but we will see when the base is finished. But I tell you what, I think that like I really like the way that like the Death Guard armor's come out. I like the color choices, like where it's purple and green, classic, right? The way that he's got the blue, like ice blue feathering that's coming out from that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think all of that looks really good. I take a look at I do think that the blending on the cloak really needs some work. Like, cause
yeah, again, this was first time ever painting, and by the time I got to the cloak, I was like, I'm done with this
I
thing.
think you had a really good start. Oh, okay, I see what you've done there.
okay, so we're gonna have to bring it up on the thing. Yeah, no, the bruising is a bit more obvious on here, but I think over here it looks more like just blight and decay.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
So either way, it works with the theme.
Yeah, it does.
That was a rush thing, to be fair. I rushed that. That was like, I did that like 2 weeks later, and I was like, I'm gonna just put that together.
Yeah. Totally. Alright,
and then,
so
and like, or my 8-bound as well.
yeah, but anyway, I think we'll wrap up here.
Yeah.
And
I just want to say, I think you had a really good start for something that you wanted to start painting with. I think you had shown good color choice. Certain techniques obviously still needs improvement, but I mean, it's your first time.
For a first time, that's pretty dang good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Like, this will be a preview for the next Throwback Thursday. I think you sent me. This isn't even my very first model. I'll see if I can find it. The one, where are we? Did you send me the Throwback Thursday guide?
I did, but I think it's very far up at this point.
Oh, here we go. If you guys want to see what this was the first thing I painted on WAYPN. So don't worry, guys.
WAYPN back in the day, that was years ago.
Yeah, this was years and years and years ago. So don't worry, guys. Things can
There's an
improve.
upside to life. She said while flicking her hair back.
All right, well, tell us, Morty, what is the thing in the hobby that you think that people should be talking about that people aren't talking about? And that's where
I
we'll
haven't been
end
in the
up.
hobby very long, to be fair.
Yeah.
I just think people just gotta stop being so critical of themselves. That's one thing I see a lot, is I see a better painter. I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'm not painting anymore. I'm done.
Yeah.
So you just gotta maybe avoid, like, don't look at Golden Demon.
Don't look at Golden Demon.
Don't look at Golden Demon. It's fine if you're never gonna be Golden Demon, but you can work up to it.
Yeah.
You don't have to be so negative about it. But, you know.
I think looking at Golden Demon is like the Cookie Monster thing, you know. Looking at Golden Demon is a sometimes thing. It's not something that you should be doing all the time. Like, upwards comparison is bad. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to be it for us. So let's finish up and keep those brushes wet. Bye-bye. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.